Awesome. Look at that. See? And YouTube got its own thing, so I can send that as a separate video to YouTube. And we did it live. We did it live, everybody. Oh, everyone got to watch that and witness it live. Now. Sorry. Cause when I prefer this. When I first ever saw that card, I went right to Benny complaining about it. This is a lot better with the ones. Yes, right? It's a lot better with the ones. Now, I mean, to each his own. You went to Benny, a lot of people went to the Discord. I make YouTube videos about my complaints about the game. However we get the news information to them, all that matters is they hear about it. So I'm glad you did, because I was on a podcast talking about it. I was on my Twitch channel talking about it. Just like, this card, why is this card made? Oh, God. It may as well just say, hey, put down, watch your opponent cry, rip up his deck, and leave Lightseekers. That's what the card should have said, not Cage of Oppression. It probably shortened it down to fit on a card, because that long sentence was just really rambling on. But they went with Cage of Oppression. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This little dude right here, this little Deep Into the Crater, that's a new campaign, right? Because that's not one of the 10 cycling ones they did. And this one has the Dread cards in it, if I'm not mistaken. Is it this, or is it the Colossi one? Is it the Deep in the Crater, or is it the Colossi one they added the new Dread cards to? We're going to do both of them either way today. We're going to do them both. I'm going to have some fun. It's the new campaign. Oh, let's jump into this. Let's jump right in. Oh, it feels so good. There's a reason Ashwood Crater is one of the lesser explored areas in Ashwood. The approach is said to be as dangerous as the volatile nature of its core. Proof of that danger stands in front of you now. Rockmaw, a hulking tusker, pauses and stares you down before lifting its tail, ready to slam. Wranglethor says good luck with this. A Colossi Find has the new cards. Oh, okay, so the Colossi Find has the new cards. It's not this one. Okay. I don't feel like I'm being made to fit a mold or play something just like everyone else, and Cage made me feel like that bad. Yeah. That's the thing, Cassilia, me and you, we both just love the random stuff. We love trying and being inventive with our decks. Not saying anyone else isn't. I'm simply saying, out of probably everyone here, we will test out new ideas on a regular basis and just see if they work. And it literally hurts to know that, yeah, we should test this out. Okay, but first let's add in 3 cages and 3 buff removal. You should never have that thought about a card ever. That you should add 3 copies in along with buff removal to say, okay, now I have a solid foundation. Let's try and build something. You should never be able to say that about a card other than buff removal. Nope. I also want to do a video about how buff removal needs to change. I strongly think that buff removal needs to change. And I think they're getting to it. But with the buff removal, it just feels very uninteractive. It's a 1-for-2 trade. Everyone has very similar cards. I like the way they're getting into it now, and I'll discuss this on a YouTube video of all the different cards that interact with other buffs. But I do think they need to get away from the Shadow Puppet, Crystal Leech, all that stuff. And they need to start being a little more dynamic with buff removal. And I'll make a video about that, because I really want to talk about that. And I want to do some research on it before I go and just say what's on my mind, because I do feel like that one needs to be well thought out before I make it. I wonder what... Wranglethor, actually, the people at Play Fusion legitimately said, if we made the game today... It was at last year's Gen Con, when Kindred was first coming out. They legitimately said, if we were making the game today, buff removal will be entirely different. And I would love to talk to Betty and Chris and all those guys and be like, well, what do you want to do with buff removal? What was your plan? Set rotations are a way to get rid of some of that. Hint, hint, hint. That's all. That's all, folks. There you go. Just wipe out the first 2 sets. They're already starting to remake some cards. Wipe out the first 2 sets. Build yourself a good core set of some cards that you might want to keep. Rename them. Rename them a little bit like you've been doing with the heroes. Rename them a little bit. Give them new flavor text, new card texts, so they feel revamped. And have that be a core set. We're in the beta. Now is the time to do that. Anyway, guys, let's jump right into this, shall we? Yeah, I went against the guy, AK Zard's deck. He's just a full-on aggro, but he runs 3 cages in here, and I was like, I just want to see what this guy's deck is. Then I built a similar version, a little more straightforward. Yeah, this was another guy who was running cages. It's like, God, are you serious? I literally just copied almost everyone's deck that I went against. And I was like, wow, look at this. Cages. By the way, Core Box 2020 is the newest set. So it is M2 and M20. Is that the core? Is M20? Because it's like M19, M20. I think they're up to M20 now. Is the new core set. So I was right. It is M20. So if we're going against a Stampeding Tusker phenomenon, I'm really enjoying the Illidan change I made. I really am enjoying the Illidan change I made. Also, if we could just discuss with PlayFusion, this bar, this beautiful bar above my head, this whole debacle, please put it up here. Please put it. It's dead space up here. There's no. You can even put it down here. It doesn't matter. Just on the side, it feels so out of it feels so out of place. You can put them right down here next to the play button. It would feel weird having two green buttons, but use the dead space in the menu area. That's where dead space comes in handy. That's where this. You don't put it over where your deck list is. Please just change it. Just change it. Put it to the top. Put it to the top. It would look so much cleaner, so much nicer. Just right up there, please. The menu area is where there shouldn't be any dead space on the screen. The game, however, that's where the dead space lives for streamers like me. So we're gonna play my Illidan deck. See if it works. We might die. I don't know. We might die. We might die. Rocket Source says not at the bottom. Yeah, if I had control over it, I would have put it at the top, but I don't. So I can't really tell you where it's gonna go, if it's gonna go anywhere. Well, so far we have no shadow cards, so it feels kind of bad, but just keeping aggression on is good. Keeping aggression on is good. Umbron Barkeep. Here we go, guys. Card draw is card draw, right? If that's not printed on a shirt, what is this? What? Hold up. Hold on. Hold. Just. Small nuke? Yeah. What is this? Except it's not a small nuke. It's a WMD that I can't touch. I know information about it. I know where it is. I know what it's going to do. But I can't touch it. It has diplomatic immunity. That's what it is. That's what this is. If I put this down, it's still would mine would fully go off. But I need things to oh, this one I can do. I can do that one, then I can Barkeep. I can do that and Barkeep. That's fine. Okay, wow. No shadow cards still. Awesome. Or death cards. Not shadow cards. Death cards. Are you for real? Alright, I'm never lucky. I am never lucky at all. Ever. Not once. Not in a million years. Yeah, it reminds me of someone on turn 1 playing freaking combos all the time. Is that Shibes? Is that Shibes with his turn 1 black hole? Feels like it to me. Also, this card is an unsung hero in this deck. On average, I get this card to do 7 damage. On average, this card does 7 damage for me. And this is a card that I have never seen anyone use. I completely forgot about it, and then when I was revamping this deck, I said to myself and go, hey, there's a lot of different families in this deck. I wonder what I can get with this. And yeah, on average, I get like 7 damage with it. It's insane. Well, now I gotta lay 2 buffs, huh? Now you're gonna be that way. But yeah, right now I have an insect and a beast. I have a Creeble and an elemental. There's 4 families right there. Actually, these ones are probably good to Shadow Puppet. His board is low. I'm hoping it's the right move. I am at 13. A little bit of a pain right now. I don't want to waste all of my animal cards, though. Oh, I'm not drawing any shadow cards. I have like 10 in the deck, and I'm not drawing any of them. It feels bad. It feels really bad. There we go. Look at that heal. That was beautiful. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Now is when we go just full oppression. Just full on murder you and see what happens. Okay, we have an insect, a beast, and an elemental out. An insect, a beast, and an elemental out. Next turn we'll have a Chimchu. Look at that. Feels pretty good for a attack card, right? That is based on your board state. Are you for real? How dare you? How dare you, sir? What is even happening? Well, he's taking 9 damage. Feels pretty good. We have lethal, so it's okay. I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful that was. I'm so good at the game. Really big spike turns. It's surprising because this is more cyclical deck, but it has really good spike turns. I don't even know what I completed. I don't even know what that was. I did it though. The best person you'll ever meet. So before I go in, I want to share this deck with everyone because this is my new improved Illidan deck that I worked on a little bit. Was having a lot of success. I think I only lost 1 game, and it was to a hyper aggro deck. And it was actually the Halvar deck. It was the Halvar deck that I went against. Oop, not that one. I should try Asavak again. I should try and see what it can do since Uprising came out. One sec, guys. I'm getting you a tiny URL so it doesn't blow up the entire chat. Alright. There's the tiny URL. That will lead you to my deck list for Illidan. If you guys want to check it out, I highly encourage you to do so. It's really fun to play. So pretty much what it does is its combos are very defensive, right? It wins with action cards, so its combos are going to be on the defensive side. You have Death Shroud, you have Devour Soul, you have Shadow Form, all for healing. Skeletal Ward is even healing too. Spirit Barrage is just in here because sometimes you can make people discard 3 cards. Whatever. And it also counts as a shadow card to store under Illidan. I'm going to call him Illidan and not Death Hunter. And not Death Hunter Adrak. He is Illidan to me and always. So here's the curve breakdown. We have 11 Animal, 9 Shadow, 9 Death, 8 Shadow. Wow. But pretty much our Animal buffs, they're either 3 or 4 corners, quick rotating. Mossfoot obviously is a 2 corner. So we do want some of our Animal buffs to rotate out really quick. Right, we want to rotate out really quick so that our Death cards can store under Illidan earlier than later. I have 2 Wall of Bones because, like I said, we are a little bit of a mid-range to late game, so just some defense. 3 Soul Thief because, you know, Mossfoot, is it Ridge Rider? Or Shimmer Rider. It's just not on here. It's just Mossfoot. When Mossfoot hits for 5, cool, it hit for 5. I then Soul Thief, heal for 4, deal 2, and then next turn when Mossfoot expires, Soul Thief can go under Illidan. I want something like that. I put in 2 Stalking Stipid in here. I put these 2 in here for potential 9 healing. My opponent can remove it, put it in the graveyard. Hey, look, I got a death card in the graveyard now. Awesome. They don't remove it. I'm eventually going to start healing. My thought on this was, why not include Corpse Crawler? Why not just include Corpse Crawler? And I looked at it and it goes, okay, well, Corpse Crawler is what? 3 damage, 5 healing over 4 turns? That's fine. I'm doing enough damage with all of my other cards. I really need to just survive. I really just need to survive and make it to the point where I can, you know, use my ability, get some really nice swing turns out there. They're both insects. That's fine too. But just having Stalking Stipid, I've been finding really amazing. Especially with all the aggro cards out there. Tempest, Selene, everyone's just drawing. And I'm like, yeah, go for it, man. When you go against a High Curator Arwen, they put down Abyss Hoarder, trigger his ability, and draw 2 cards, and I'll heal for 3. I'm like, yeah, awesome. Why not? I only have 2 in here because it is still a buff. And I want to be able to consistently be able to toss Soul Thief into the graveyard and get it under my Illidan hero power. Now, there is no, other than Conclave Spy, there is no graveyard recursion. There's no Necro Dreadlings, no none of that. I mostly have Conclave Spy in here because if they do remove a buff and I can remove any action card, it's potentially going to be a good card for me. None of my cards have burn other than Shadow Puppet. If they return an animal card, cool, I get to lay an animal buff again, deal more damage to them. If they remove anything, I get to put something back into my hand. It is my hand, right? Yeah, to my hand. Whereas all the other recursion cards put them into your deck. It's also just a shadow buff to put out then to Abyss Tentacle. The Abyss Tentacles in this deck are the late game cards when Illidan's ability power is activated at full power. Then you can just hit for 5, and they're more late game. So if they waste their buff removal on your animal buffs, kudos to them. You got Abyss Tentacles, baby. All day, every day. Bone Reaper I found better than Shambler because the healing actually is more important in this. Because if you can just stay alive, you'll most likely beat out a lot of decks. You just want to stay alive and just keep doing consistent damage with your buffs. And like I said, I've had huge swing turns before because I have, in this deck, Elemental, Undead, Beast, Creeble, Insect, Beast, and Location. That's 5 different families. 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 different families, which means that for some reason, if you get like the best board in the world, Oakthorn Rider can hit for 9. And that is huge. I don't want to overdo it with Oakthorn Rider because I would much rather have my animals be buffs to get my undead because I want to play the attrition game. Just having like 1 or 2 really good swing turns is amazing. It's amazing to have. Just 9 and 9. Your opponent's like, I didn't expect that. Now I have a board I have to deal with after taking 9. And it's been doing me wonders. It's been doing me wonders. I want to know if anyone else has been having success with Illidan. He is Illidan, I don't care what anyone says. I want to know if anyone else has been having success with him. He does seem like one of the heroes where you don't really want to add an item in because he needs animal buffs and death cards. So you really want to go heavy on those two, and the Shadow's just there for support. I want to know what you guys have been doing with him, if you guys have been doing anything with him. Because I think he's a really fun and interesting hero, one of the new ones. We've seen some stuff with Onyx that was great. I tried a non-poison version, and the poison version ended up turning about 10 times better, so like, yeah, let's go poison. I haven't tried Time Jumper a whole lot. There have been a few weird builds with him. I want to know what you guys have been doing with these new mythic heroes. I would I'm not going into ranked. What am I doing? What am I doing? I would love to know what you guys have been doing with it. I would love to know. So if you guys have some awesome mythic hero builds that you're willing to share, hit me up. I'd love to see what you guys have been coming up with. I also hope that you guys enjoy the Illidan deck and hope that you get a chance to play it and be like, wow, this is actually really fun. On to the rest. Roslav. Oh, I added Fly Anemo to speed up his animal buffs. Haven't tested it too much. Not a bad thought. Not a bad thought. With Fly Anemo, do you... I guess, is the healing good? Or would you also be okay with just adding in the key and being able to manipulate your opponent's buffs too? I love the Fiscus key when it came out. I thought it was really, really innovative for an unaligned item. But the Fly Anemo could just heal you for 1, and as I said, staying alive is most importantly. So yeah, putting in a Fly Anemo actually seems pretty fun here. I had 2 copies of Wild Spirit because I wanted my stuff to rotate out before my opponents could do anything. And then I realized that, like, I just rather deal damage with this card, so that's why I'm putting the Oakthorn Riders. I'm not able to share it currently, but I won my first Uprising OP with Rylox. Nice job, Shibes. Nice job. Is there a reason you can't share it, or you just don't want to share it until your breakfast boys kind of keep it on the down low as your secret weapon? I understand that. That's fine. You are a more competitive player than me. You are on a team. You don't want to share your good luck charms, your deck winners. So I understand that, man. It's completely fine. I just want to know if like you can't share it, or just you're keeping it hidden until more people have seen it. Then it's like, oh, I've seen his deck. It's really cool. Then you'll show it off. I tried a couple variations of Onyx. Other than that, I jumped into trying to make the Zelina awesome. I saw the video, Cecilia. Your Zelina is amazing. Oh, it's so much fun to look at. I love that thing to death. I think on my website I have my version of Zelina post-Uprising, or pre-Uprising. For multiplayer. But I love it. Ours turned out actually pretty similar. I'd love to see what I would do with my changes with the Uprising cards, but kudos to that deck. That looks amazing. Anyway, Rockmaw is down, but the danger continues to rise. Creatures of the forest dart in all directions as the sleeping volcano shifts with life. As you approach the entrance of the Grand Mound, a bombling tumbles through the air, landing with a thud at your feet. A herd of half-tamed beasts charge in the direction as Razlaf smirks. Boom! I gotta keep hitting it until after Gen Con. That's fine. Shibes, that is completely fine. Are the Breakfast Boys going to be at Gen Con? Are they going to use the list since you're not going to be there, unfortunately? Very sad to hear that. But congratulations on the house, man. Congratulations on the house. But yeah, Shibes, I would love to... I mean, after Gen Con, I would love to take a look at that list. And if I accidentally face it at Gen Con against the Breakfast Boys, I can't wait to see what it does. I cannot wait to see what it does. I can't. I gotta get rid of the notification. I gotta. Alright. In with Illidan, boys. In with Illidan. We're doing it to it. I need a haircut so bad. My hair is getting so long. I gotta look special. I gotta look nice. Hooray? Well, it's a good thing I'm... Oh, wait! Oh! Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless he has some busted cards in here, he has no buff removal. He's got, oh, God. Blast Bot? The 4 damage removal location one. That's not the right name. Oh, what is it? It's not Demolition Bot. Does he have Crazed Bomber? Oh. That's something that Play Fusion would do. Take away Crazed Bomber from us. Thankfully, I appreciate that decision 100%. Play Fusion, thank you very much. But give this guy Crazed Bomber? I thought we had an understanding. I thought this was a new campaign. Not some janky cards that don't exist anymore. Ugh. But I think Shimmer Rider is fine. Into Soul Thief next turn. We got ourselves a Shambler. Okay. And this is... Yeah, while he has an animal buff in play. Okay. Ditch that thing. Feels fine. Also, a hero with double supremacy. Just feels good. Just feels good to play. You know? Feels spot on. Alright. I feel like I should Shadow Puppet those two. I really do. Before he attacks me. You know what I mean? Just feels like something what I should do. And then I'll just lay this, because why not? He's got 3 cards in it, and I have 2. Keep pace with him. Another Bombling. Alright, rock solid. I'm just going to double pass. I got nothing to do here. Not bad. Not bad. Oh! Guys, I've been swindled. I've been cohorted. Put that out. There's another death card under here that I can have access to. Feels good. Ooh, Devour Soul in... Or drain... Alright, well that's a lot of damage. Just feels like a lot of damage. But I can Death Shroud this thing. Do I Death Shroud that thing now? I don't think I do. I think I can just put this out. And whatever animal card he's going to lay, then I can Death Shroud. Stalking Sipid. Glorious card. Oh, it's so glorious. Also, this thing did nothing, so I don't feel that bad. Don't feel that bad at all. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to get a second death card once this expires. Feels good. Feels good. Look at that Den Mother. Look at that Den Mother right there. Oh. I'm going to put that under there. Make it feel good. Do 2. Guess what? This is not attacking. It's just an ability, guys. It's just the ability. Dealing 4 damage. We've already got ourselves into the late game. We've already got our power activated, right? This was the easiest game in the world. Oh. You know, we're gonna even BM the computer. Oh, this Illidan deck is so good! Oh, I feel so good for making it! Guys, I'm the best deck creator that I've ever met in person, and I've met a lot of people in person, but I don't know their deck making skills. I don't sit down with them and talk and interact like, why did you put this card in here? Why are you running that over other certain things? I only know my thought process. And I would love to get a few people on the show and talk with them and understand their mind goings of why they add certain cards to their decks. I would love to do that. Get some insight with the top deck builders. Apparently I sharded Razo. Why don't I do that? That's a good question, Ryan Thor. Why don't I do that? I mean, Shibes, Cassilia, Wranglathor himself, Rocketsart, you built a really fun Darkleaf deck. That was awesome. I would love to work with you guys. Find a certain day for you guys to come on. Talk about the deck that you're most proud of making. Talk about that deck. And just discuss why you added some cards into it. I would love to do that. You want interviews with the top players? I will give it to you. I will try and give it to you. But I got to talk with those people, figure out a time and date that works appropriately with our schedules. But I'd love to. I'd love to have people on the show and talk with them. I think that'd be phenomenal. Those would make for good YouTube videos or good podcasts or something. Podcasts, right? Guys, have you heard of the Need More Buffs podcast? It's not going on right now because of conflicting schedules and because of the way Lightseekers has been kind of... Matt's been I don't know. But that was a great podcast that I was a part of. And we interviewed champions on their decks. We talked Lightseekers about them. It was great. If you guys would like me to spend like, I don't know, what like Monday interviews? We think Monday interviews, take like the first half of the show, talk with people who are considered really good deck builders, really competitive players, bring their deck online, do like half hour, 45-minute highlight. I don't want to be like an hour-long segment because people tend to not watch YouTube videos for an hour long. They seem like they want to sit down and have a small digestible thing. But like doing like a 30 to 45-minute segment on the show, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. Bring some people on. Obviously, the people who are hyper-competitive don't want to show their lists off before conventions, before huge tournaments. I understand that. Looking at you, Shibes. I'm looking right at your soul. We're like connected, you know? Ties of fate that twine together to two men. But I mean, if you guys have a deck that you think is really interesting, that you're very proud of making it, that you want to share it, that's key. You have to want to share it as well. You can't say, like, hey, I'm really proud of this deck that I made. Like, oh, you want to talk about it? No, I'm just really proud of it, and I don't want anyone to see the cards. Cool. Awesome, man. I hope it's doing great for you. But if you want to talk about it, if you want to share it with the public, and if you want to get your name behind a deck, like I've pseudo-ly got my name behind Fairpang, don't know how that happened. Everyone's just like, have you seen Razor Greshy's Fairpang deck? That deck's amazing. And I'm like, that's my baby. I love that thing. Umbron Peddler. I like stole 90% of the idea from Nuwan, and I made it my own, and it turned out to be really fun. But, I mean, the Illidan deck I feel like hasn't really risen to the top yet, and I feel like I made a pretty fun one, and I'd love to share it with you guys. I'm a streamer and a deck builder for the people. I'm that kind of dude. So yeah, I'll share my deck list with you guys. I built a website. I put all my deck lists on there. I'm not hiding anything. I got nothing to hide. Except for, maybe like mental abuse and all that. No, I'm just kidding. That's way too dark. Whoa, left field on that one. All right. We'll fix that in editing, I'm sure. I'm sure we will. Shibes, the connection is there. Dude, I feel you. I feel you. Having someone like Shibes on doesn't mean he has to talk about the most recent deck. Anyone would do. Shibes, if you would like to talk about your Cassini or Selene aggro, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. I would even love to hear your thoughts on post-Uprising Selene aggro. And then if you changed it, if you modified it with the Uprising cards, what cards you used to upgrade it, in your opinion. And talk about the comparisons and why you think that's a really good deck. You've been playing that nonstop and took, what, second place? Yeah, I'll talk to you about that all day. After Gen Con. If you want to share your Time Jumper Rylox deck, more than happy to have you on the show, man. Cecilia, if you want to share off some of your amazing deck ideas that you've already posted to YouTube, but want to come on here and show them off anyway, I'm right here. People get in contact with me through Discord. We'll set something up. We'll get you on here. We'll talk about your decks. Wrangler, if you want to talk about any of the decks, Wrangler Boom, Crossfire, any of those things. I got a new mission. What is it? Play 30 Storm cards. Let's see if we can get something that's in my wheelhouse. Play 20 Lightning cards. That is opposite of my wheelhouse right now. But yeah, if any one of you guys feels like you have come up with a very innovative deck, you want to showcase it, you want to share it off, you're like, hey, I've been having some really good success with this deck, reach out to me. I'd love to have you on the show. Hopefully we can aim for like Mondays to have a more consistent basis. But if we got to do Wednesday or Saturday or whatever works best, I'd love to talk to you guys, and I'd love to get inside of your minds. Look at your deck lists online. Be willing to share them. I'll even try to be a little more proactive on my website. Like I said, tomorrow, very quick day at work. I'm going to try and do a lot of work while my girlfriend's still at her job, and I'm home at like noon. And I'm going to try and do some stuff, put a YouTube video up, maybe go on my website and do some stuff there. But yeah, if you guys are okay with me highlighting your deck, that'll be the deck of the week on the website. We'll have the podcast video, or not the podcast, the discussion video. That'll be the video there. The link to your deck list right under it if you want to check it out. Deck of the week. Maybe maybe all of the stories. Some stories, all of the stories. I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and that's for me to get off my butt and get back on my butt in this chair and work on it. I do apologize for that. I've been so far behind on a lot of things. So far, guys. I apologize for that. I don't know why I keep going into verses. It's what I did like all day while I was waiting on my trucks, is I just went into the verses. And I played some ranked. I'm up to Silver 3. I grinded my way to Silver 3 with Illidan. I played a few games of Ratchet Garby's rendition of the Green Thumb deck. That was amazingly fun to play. I played some Fairpang as well. Played just some decks that I knew. And that's what happened. So, yeah. One last put. Anyone out there that thinks they have a really innovative deck, doesn't think it, they know it. They feel really happy about a deck. It's been having a lot of fun success, and want to get their name behind it, reach out to me. I'd love to help solidify your name with your deck, rather than just be like, hey, does anyone have a really good list out there? And people are just throwing them out. You're like, no, hey, have you seen this guy's deck? It's really good. Yeah, have you seen this hero? It's amazing. You should check it out. We will define the meta together by getting players' names behind decks and have them play those decks. Anyway, guys, on to the show. The volatile volcano. Now, deep within the Ashwood crater, the heat rises up with every step. The walls move and split, then lava suddenly begins to spew from the cracks, quickly creating burning hot rivers of fire. The volcano itself seems to be fighting. Wow, let me reread that whole paragraph. The walls move and split, then lava suddenly begins to spew from the cracks, quickly creating burning hot rivers of fire. The volcano itself seems to be fighting against you. It may have been a mistake to seek whatever secrets lie at the heart of this mountain. Guys, I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in hitting that battle button and going right in with Illidan. Let's do this. No mistakes, 100% victory. Woo! Go for it, man! It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. It'll be phenomenal. It'll be amazing. Also, little very, very selfish plug. I'm not afraid to say that. If you guys go down to my panels, I have officially started a Streamlabs store. The only thing I really have on there is shirts, cell phone cases, and one little drawstring bag. My girlfriend bought a shirt on my website. I bought a shirt and a phone case for my phone. If you guys want to support my stream, that's a great way to do it. If you guys are going to Gen Con, I'm going to try and wear my shirt to Gen Con. It should be here by the weekend. So hopefully I can wear it for my Saturday stream. But, yeah, if you guys want to buy a shirt, I think my girlfriend, she just bought a shirt. I bought a phone case, and it's taking like an extra week to get the phone case. But her shirt came in like 3 days. It was awesome. She's really happy with it. I'm really happy with how it turned out and looks. But, yeah, if you guys want to buy a shirt, and if you're going to Gen Con, I think that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool. I am, as people have said, I am starting to look into making my own playmat and seeing how much card sleeves will cost. I hear card sleeves are a bit on the pricey side, especially if I want to get like the nice glossy looking ones. But playmats, if I can get a number of people who are interested in buying a playmat, if I can buy them in bulk, it would be cheaper, and I can then sell them to you guys cheaper for a profit. But let me know. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, and I'll start taking a tally and see if I can get something like that going in the works. What do we have here? Okay, so it's just a rickety mine. And this is just a shattered volcano. Okay, very interesting. But, yeah. Yeah, if you guys are interested, it comes in 4 colors. So there's that. But yeah, let me know, guys. I'd love to know what you guys want, if at all anything merchandise-wise. How did I get hit for 6? You monster. You are playing old cards. I feel like Wall of Bonesing for this thing is fine. And then I just pass. Next turn I can Conclave Spy. You monster. Well, that stunk right a little bit, didn't it? Put that down there. Okay, okay. Taking some pain. So this wouldn't heal me at all. So part of me is saying, don't heal yet. I'm fine at 4 cards. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, another Mossfoot Shimmer Rider. Get some more death cards under here. What just happened? I think he killed me with a total of 4 cards. What just happened? You haven't been able to beat this guy? Teach me how? What just happened? Rangathor, have a safe drive home, man. Oh my word. Okay. 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 Oh, you like my deck name? This is the standard Magrock list. There it is. There's the Ratchet Garby. Oh, okay, okay, okay. How do we do this? I feel like we have to be somewhat controlly. He was playing Location and Beasts. I say I'm gonna try Illidan one more time. I'm gonna just see if it was a fluke. If not, then we will go in and build a specific deck for this. That's what we will do. That's what we will do. I just want to try it one more time. Maybe he had like the best draws in the world. I don't know. It felt a little busted and broken. Getting a Shadow Puppet first turn feels pretty nice. All right. Laying that feels good. Okay. Wow, this guy just punishes you, doesn't he? Alright, buff removal feels good. We have a death card in the discard. Oh no. I feel like I just draw for right now. I don't need to overextend or anything. Stalking Sipid could be good here. Maybe he draws eventually. He misplayed that. Because it'll go to corner 4 and it won't store under itself. You need to stagger him, AI. You need to stagger these things. How dare you? I didn't get my healing. This feels fine to do. And then if I put... I'm going to try it. He might have Crystal Leech, and I'm just like, okay, that hurts. Look at that, it hurts. It hurts all the time. Alright. Well, I got 2 more death buffs in there. Or death cards, at least. So I can do this. Get this all triggered in happy, fun stances and whatnot. Soul Thief, okay. I feel like I need to save Soul Thief, either for when I'm getting low, or when I can lay Death Shroud. How many of these do you have in the deck? Is it just nothing but those? We need to have a chat. Alright, another Shadow Puppet. Feels good. Feels good. I can either Death Shroud or Shadow Puppet. We'll see what happens. I feel like Shadow Puppet's the right play. Yeah, I feel like Shadow Puppet's the right play. Oh. All right. I can Spirit Barrage now, except for if he just discards elemental cards, I almost kill myself, right? That just feels bad. Which feels immensely bad. I think I'll put this down. I hit him for 3. Next turn I Death Shroud. To block as much damage as possible. Just get some nice damage reduction in there. Maybe he doesn't kill me. Maybe he doesn't have another Crystal Leech. Maybe he does. Every single time. Maybe that's exactly what happens every single time. Okay. Here's my thought process. 2 leeches down. He's got 2 cards in hand. I put him on a 2-turn clock. Hands are tied. Let's do this. You monster. Don't have this be like a flame bat. Oh god. Oh god. I've come too far. That's a card I can't even use. Just don't. Yes! Oh, we are the best players in the world. We risked it all for everything and we did it. Oh, Illidan. Illidan is the best one. Illidan is the best hero by far. Best hero by far. You gotta play to the outs. You gotta play to your outs. Oh, feels good. Feels really good. Feels amazing. Oh, so good. So good. See, that's what an A+ player looks like right here. Playing with his homemade brew of a mythic hero that just came out a month or so ago. Feels good. Feels really good. I'm curious as to see if any of the nature or dread cards that we get like near the end of the month for the battle packs would improve that. I don't know. I don't know. I do feel like it's slow on card draw. And I do feel like you're using all of your action cards, so it's really hard to pay for the combos. So you got to pay with your combos with combos. Does feel bad. But the deck just, it runs pretty smoothly, where if you just keep constant pressure on your opponent, you should be fine. Magrock the Imbuer. Okay, this is where Magrock just puts a cage down and we quit, right? That's what happens, because that's what all Magrocks do. I feel like it's the only solution is just to forfeit, not do it. Magrock's stupid hero needs to get a little bit of a nerf. If his ability only triggered once per turn, I think that would be fine. I think that would be fair. Just have it be. You could even have it be heal for 3, only trigger once per turn. Only have it trigger once per turn, but heal for 3. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. It's the whole with Shadow and all the stuff that he can do. There's so many instances of damage coming through that I feel like if it was just once per turn, that would be fair. That would be fine. His card pool already is so busted, and Shadow Supremacy is even more busted. But that's my change to Magrock. What are your thoughts? Anyway, the mountain seems to have stabilized for the time being, but the danger is far from over. So close to your goal, and yet still so far. Magrock the Imbuer turns to face you, staff raised high, seeing a chance to race to attack. Only to be stopped in your tracks as shadowy figures rise from the gloom to close in around you. Well, you know what? If it's one shadowy person against another shadowy person, it's Illidan versus Arthas. It's Illidan versus Arthas. I know Arthas won the initial fight because he cheated somehow, but it's Illidan versus Arthas. Illidan should have won. Illidan should have won. I forget entirely why Illidan lost. I really do. Like, Illidan should have won it, but something happened where the Lich King ended up winning. Yes, I'm going World of Warcraft on you. What do you want? He has the Venom Soaker. Interesting. A defend ability. Increase damage done to your target by this. Heal for 7. Say what? How do you heal for 7? A Mountain Fort. And an Abyss Shade. Guess what is happening? What is even happening right now? Like, is him feeling for 7 just that strong? Oh, no. Oh, no. Thank the Lord I have a Shadow Puppet. Are we also going to go in some stupid Sulfuric Demise stuff with this too? Is that what's going to happen? Probably, knowing my luck. I do want to keep pressure on him. So I do want to keep something on the board that he has to contest with. If this deck has a bad turn, like it just does nothing where your opponent can get an upper hand on you, that's where it starts to feel bad. I mean, I gotta look to kill this thing. I did it. Oh, I'm the best. Ooh, a Spirit Barrage might be fun. Now it's not. All right. Actually, that one, yeah. He has an item that already triggers an ability. I just don't want him to get value out of something that I just wouldn't be able to deal with otherwise. Okay, so he's triggers an ability or pass draws, whatever he wants to do. I'm feeling pretty good about my board state. That Umbron Barkeep looks pretty nice. We can Soul Thief into the Barkeep now. It's pretty good. So I don't know how many of these stinking oozes he has in his deck, but we've dealt with 3 of them so far. I'm assuming he has 10. That's fair to assume, right? That he has 10 of them? It's a very interesting choice. I like it. I don't think I want to do anything. It feels bad. I had a bad turn. There we go. Conclave or Corvid Conspiracy can go out now. Dude, okay, so he's got 4. He's got 4. That one feels fine. I think we Spirit Barrage now. See what happens. Just see what happens. What's great is this considers this an animal and a death buff. So, you know, it feels pretty good. Okay. So 4 damage. Feels pretty bad. That feels great, though. That feels amazing. Getting that additional action with the Conclave Spy. Now we just start rolling on the train. Okay, so 4 damage, sure. You know, if that's really what you want to do, you would Shadow Puppet, but I'll get my Corvid Conspiracy back. Joke's on you. Oh! Did you see that Shadow Puppet? Get out of here. Did you see that happen? I saw it happen, and I was watching. I was playing it. Oh, it feels so good when he discards a buff removal. And he heals for 7 and makes me hate myself. I should have laid the Stalking Sipid. Actually, no, because he could easily just ability trigger and all that fun jazz. So I don't think I needed to. I think I do this and I ability trigger. And either way, he's got to do something or I have card draw in hand. I'm sitting pretty fine right now. He can draw 2 and I can heal for 3. He can ability and draw for 1. In which case, I still get to Umbron Barkeep next turn. Oh my word, I don't. I have to Soul Thief now and then Barkeep. Or I could just keep the pressure on. Which feels like a solid choice. Guys, look, we got a Tentacle again. Aren't we the best in the world? Alright, so we drew 1 card. Ability, sure. That's right, he's Magrock. I forgot about that. How could I forget about that? He messed his turn up. I'm okay with that. We'll heal for 3. So... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you for real? Wait. He's going to go up to 12. But if he doesn't deal damage to me, he doesn't heal. That's my thought. Well, it's a good thing I didn't necessarily overextend. All right. So he's drawing 2, I'll heal for 3. Great. Look at the recovery this deck has. I'm back at 23. Another Tentacle. Are you for real? Okay, so he's back up to 10. Feels pretty bad. Wait. Why did he heal twice? Does it deal... Oh, because this heals him for 2. Duh. I knew that. I knew that. So this will put him at 11. Slam this down. Oh, we beat him. We're the best. We're the best players in the entire world. We beat this entire thing with Illidan. And we're at 25 health against Magrock. Doesn't that feel great? Doesn't that just feel great? Oh, guys. I don't know how we do it, but... best ever. That's how we do this. That's how we do it. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel amazing to have it accomplished? With a deck of your own build. Alright, my favorite part to read to you guys. The epilogue. It's so heartwarming to know that they've typed out yet another complete paragraph to these new campaigns to really, really soak in the flavor of that you beat it. You've done something. You've accomplished a goal. You went into the volcano. You beat Magrock. You've stopped the volcano from exploding. You've achieved your goal. You feel accomplished. Let's read what they have to say. This campaign can now be replayed, but no additional rewards will be given. Oh, heartwarming. It feels so good to read that every single time, no matter what the campaign is, because once I read it, I know to myself that I can complete this anytime additionally after this, but there's no rewards. Guys, we saved the world again. Thank you, PlayFusion. I don't know why you can't find copies. Get a copywriter for this. Come on! It's a brand new quest. Oh, I already had that one. It's a brand new quest. Where is your copywriter? Why can he not do anything? Oh, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. I don't understand. I don't understand it. It hurt me in my soul. All right, guys. YouTube quick snippet. 1 sec.